Hello, this is Molly Billy in ATM 101 class, Weather and Climate of Alaska. I am going to discuss the climate and weather topics from Unit 15. Bethel is located in the southwestern region of Alaska, 61 degrees north and 162 degrees west. A defining feature, the Kuskokwim Bay, is 50 miles upriver from the mouth of the Kuskokwim River, and the Killbuck Mountains are east of Bethel at a distance of 64.5 miles. The weather data from January 26 through March 22 are taken from the National Weather Service archive. At 10:12 a.m. on January 29, the sun rose about 11 degrees above the horizon, while at 9:16 a.m. on March 25, the sun rose to 31 degrees above the horizon. The sunlight on January 29 is at 37 solar irradiance, and on March 25 it is 69 times higher at 100. We've noticed the change in weather as the snow melted significantly faster this year, even though we've had more snow than in the previous 6 years. It is unusually interesting how the sun seems to be heating the ground much faster than previous years. The map and picture are of Bethel, Alaska. The photo is a courtesy of socialnewsdaily.com, and it is taken from south, looking across the town toward the north. From the vantage point of where this picture was taken, the Kuskokwim River that flows south. The following slide from National Weather Service covers Wednesday, January 26 through Wednesday, February 2. The red line gives us the hourly temperature. The black solid line and the two dotted lines between the solid line are the minimum average and maximum average daily temperatures. The average weather conditions were taken from Weather Underground. When you see the temperature, you can see that there are only 2 periods in this week. The first period is a continuous variation of the pattern to the daily temperature from Wednesday, January 26th through Monday, January 31st. The daily temperatures are below the climate average, and on the last 2 days of the period, the daily temperature has a rapid rise in temperature which reaches above the climate average. The first period's temperature reading of Monday, January 31 was 10 degrees Fahrenheit and a low temperature of 2 degrees Fahrenheit, giving an average temperature of 10 degrees Fahrenheit and a range of minus 25 degrees Fahrenheit. The daily average is significantly lower than the temperature by 35 degrees, which is colder. The second daily temperature that I'm sharing is Wednesday, February 2, the second period. The temperature is higher at 30 degrees Fahrenheit and the low temperature was 20 degrees Fahrenheit. This gives us an average daily temperature of 25 degrees Fahrenheit and a temperature range of 10 degrees Fahrenheit for the day. The middle graph, I present you with the National Weather Service's hourly barometric pressure readings for Bethel. The pressure is a green curve that has a pattern of pressure gradually going down to 994 millibars from 1029 millibars, climbing up to 1029 millibars and going back down again to 990 millibars through the week. There is a maximum temperature on Wednesday morning of minus 13 degrees Fahrenheit and then again Tuesday morning of minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit. The higher pressure on Wednesday and Tuesday corresponds to the colder periods we see on the top graph. The lower pressure on Wednesday shows a significant change to the temperature that gives us a warmer period. The relative humidity and dew point at Bethel on the bottom graph for week of Wednesday, January 26th through Wednesday, February 2. The blue curve is the dew point and the relative humidity is dotted black curve. Looking at the dew point on the first day, you can see that it's at minus 18 degrees Fahrenheit with a difference of minus 12 degrees Fahrenheit throughout the week. It has a variation temperature change from mid-afternoon Wednesday, January 26th through Tuesday, 1st of February, ranging in relative humidity between 35% to 55%. During this week, you'll notice the relative humidity is between 10 degrees Fahrenheit to minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit, even though the dew point is colder throughout the week at minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit to minus 35 degrees Fahrenheit. The ratio of the actual amount of water vapor present is zero due to the lower temperatures. On Wednesday, February 2nd, the temperature went up significantly to 25 degrees Fahrenheit with a difference of 15 degrees Fahrenheit. This indicates that the changes in temperature, pressure, and humidity are due to the different air masses in Bethel. The relative humidity jumps from 40% from Tuesday, February 1st to 99% on Wednesday, February 2nd. This indicates that the relative humidity remains constant. Here, I present you a weather map for Sunday, January 26 with 3 stars. The left star indicates Bethel, showing a high pressure further northwest at 1034 millibars and low pressure southeast at 984 millibars and further southwest of 972 millibars. In between Bethel, you'll see that there is a trough boundary of low pressure. You'll notice thin clouds from the infrared satellite image overhead with northeasterly winds, giving us a cold temperature in our sight. On our second weather map is of Sunday, February 2. On this day, you can see an occluded front moving up. Cold air overtakes warm air, or vice versa. The shading from the infrared satellite image indicates thicker clouds, giving us a snow shower for the region. The low pressure is further south west of Bethel, giving it 953 millibars with winds from southeast. Here I present you a new week of weather for Unit 14, covering Sunday, March 22 through Sunday, March 29. The red line indicates the temperature range. Here you'll notice 3 periods of temperature changes. On the first day, early Monday morning Sunday, the temperature is in between the minimum and below average temperature readings of 8 degrees Fahrenheit to 33 degrees Fahrenheit. During late Sunday through early morning Saturday, the temperature is above the average temperature of 20 degrees Fahrenheit to 32 degrees Fahrenheit, with a couple of days below the maximum temperature of 22 degrees Fahrenheit and 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Lastly, during mid-afternoon Saturday through mid-Sunday, the temperature is below the average temperature of 0 degrees Fahrenheit, with several hours of it being within the minimum temperature of 12 degrees Fahrenheit. Looking at our first period, March 22, the high temperature was 33 degrees Fahrenheit and the low temperature was 8 degrees Fahrenheit. This gives us an average of 21 degrees Fahrenheit and a daily range of 25 degrees Fahrenheit. The daily average is 8 degrees Fahrenheit, lower than the climate average of 12 degrees Fahrenheit. On Sunday, we noticed that the temperatures are the warmest in the late afternoon, about 1800 hours or 6 p.m. The solar noon for Bethel is about 3 p.m. due to daylight savings time. On the second period from late Sunday through early morning Saturday, the temperature of the dip was 20 degrees Fahrenheit. On March 26, the high temperature was 34 degrees Fahrenheit and the low temperature was 21 degrees Fahrenheit. This gives us an average temperature of 13 degrees Fahrenheit and a range of 16 degrees Fahrenheit. Lastly, the third period, Sunday, March 29, the high temperature was 19 degrees Fahrenheit, the low temperature was 0 degrees Fahrenheit, and the average temperature was 9 degrees Fahrenheit. The daily range was 19 degrees Fahrenheit. The daily average and the climate average were the same temperatures. The middle graph, the pressure is significantly higher on the first day, then gradually drops down within the week of 1012 millibars and climbs back up again during the end of the week to 1024 millibars. On March 22, Sunday through March 25, Wednesday, when the pressure goes down, it changes by about 32 millibars. In looking at the humidity for the week, the dew point has 3 stages. The first stage has a low of 5 degrees Fahrenheit and a high of 30 degrees Fahrenheit. The second stage has a high temperature between the daily values of 20 degrees Fahrenheit to 30 degrees Fahrenheit for 6 days. After the 6th day, the temperature drops considerably from 30 degrees Fahrenheit to minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 40% drop. The 6 days of the higher humidity has a reflect on warmer temperatures. This gives Bethel a change in air mass from late Sunday through early morning Saturday. The relative humidity has a couple of significant differences twice within the week at 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and the rest is hovering over the dew point at 20 degrees Fahrenheit to 30 degrees Fahrenheit. This is March 22 weather map of Alaska. Bethel's star is on the left of the map, and as you can see, the high pressure is on the bottom with 1047 millibars. Looking at the isobars, the wind is coming from the west. The infrared satellite image indicates heavy cloud cover with snow north of Bethel with lows at 1015 millibars. This is due to a rise in temperature from 5 degrees Fahrenheit to 30 degrees Fahrenheit. The second weather map I'm showing you is of Sunday, March 29. This is a considerable change from the clouds covering most of Alaska 1 week ago to clear skies on Sunday, March 29. The high pressure is north of Bethel with 1027 millibars. The low pressure is further west with 991 millibars and further southeast of Alaska with 989 millibars with a mixture of rain and snow showers. Here is the map and GOES images for January 26th Sunday that shows the weather map, visible map, infrared map, and water vapor map. You can see that Bethel has thin clouds to fair clouds throughout the day. The dew point was between minus 25 degrees Fahrenheit to minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit with relative humidity which hovered 0 degrees Fahrenheit. The saturated water was down to a minimum, meaning it was dry, and on the south central there is moisture with fog that has an equal sign up north of Delta and the lows south of Kenai. Bethel showed high pressure further north at 1034 millibars and low pressure southeast at 984 millibars and further southwest at 972 millibars. In between Bethel, you'll see that there is a trough boundary of low pressure. The infrared satellite image overhead with northeasterly winds gives us a cold temperature in our sight.